Let's go for it.
That's
I
exciting.
do have one quick question from a business standpoint. I assume that when you first start out, it's not difficult to just do it all yourself. But do you ever, I guess, graduate, if you want to use that word, and get an assistant at some point later on?
Yep, it's in week 4.
Okay.
So all there for you. I've done all the thinking for you. So yes, we show you. I train your VAs for you.
How many weeks are
Okay.
there in 100K?
6 or 7, but it might take you about 3 or 4 years to get through. It's huge.
So with the client that I did the work on, with our discussions that we've had today, I've realized that it's actually worked almost the way it's worked the way it should. She saw me as for someone who wanted to stop her unconscious overeating at night.
Okay.
And she's now, I messaged her just, which you don't, but I checked on her the other day and I hadn't done the full processing discussion, I suppose. And she said to me, I'm feeling crankier. I'm more aware of the fact that I'm eating at the time, but I'm more hungry and I'm eating more.
Mhm.
And so I let her know, well, okay, this is part of the process. That's starting to change for you.
Mhm.
Would you, would I be just waiting until that sort of settles and then to see where she's at with that overeating?
Yep.
And it should be that the end result is that it's just not happening at all
No, no,
anymore.
no, 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 no.
Okay.
I followed you all along into what you said at the end
Mm.
because it's got nothing to do with emotional eating.
But she still has to make the choice to not.
She might have the choice, but what if she decides to eat more because that's what makes her really happy in life? I'm all for that. Go for it. You don't know where processing will land. Maybe she wants to be a chicken farmer and she does that and just wants to eat all the chickens. Fantastic. Go for it. Love it.
Okay. And the reason we know why that's okay and the end result is because then she's not saying, I really, I really feel like I need another session because this hasn't worked for
Yeah,
me.
it's like the processing makes sense where they turn around and say, you know what, that was never the real thing I should have worked on. I should have
Yeah.
talked about this because this is what I really want. And nothing to do with smoking. What it was, I just had lost connection with my wife. Now we've got that. I couldn't care if I smoked more. I'm happy for once in my life, Scott. I'm like, cool,
Okay. And
smoke
if
away.
they have it the other way around and they have an aha moment and they go, actually, that wasn't, I still wanted to do this thing and I've realized that it was this that I wanted to work on, then that would be a separate thing for them to work on with us.
No, because it'll probably solve itself anyway. Remember, conscious insight into an unconscious problem.
Yeah, okay.
Okay,
So
but if there's any knots that come up that stop them from having that naturally, even though that's they know what they want, yeah, you might consider something else after that. But processing will take more of that. Will take care of that.
okay.
But anything's possible, guys. Anything. Okay. But let's say half the time the initial reason they came in, the symptom solves itself. You win either way. That's the thing. And you've got to talk to your clients about this. You've got to inform them on the strategy call, how this all works. And it can just be straightforward with this, and they'll understand it. They'll get it.
Hmm.
Okay.
Okay.
But I know it's confusing because you're selling the stop of the symptom, but that's a business perspective.
Yeah, I'm just trying to
Yep.
match the business with the
Yep.
therapy
But
perspective.
people that sell uh, healing of the symptoms are fucking liars.
Hmm.
Because you cannot, it is impossible. It'll either go naturally or the client won't care. But you cannot solve that. People might say, well, I do stop smoking, they smoke. How long for? I'm not interested in the stop smoking. What other parts of their life change for the positive? There's no point quitting smoking, just be having a neutral life. What if, as a result of that, you keep smoking, but got 25 other amazing byproducts from that? I know which therapist I'm going to, the one that changed my life.
So
Not that
that's the
smoking was
question.
irrelevant. Yeah.
That's what we'd ask in the strategy call to make sure. Okay.
Have
Thank you.
and look, we don't just go in this us understands. You have to inform your client. They have to make sense of it. But you notice we're not talking to them about hypnosis, NLP. We're
Mm.
telling them this is essentially how the mind works. This is what it is. And you know what? You might find that you might smoke more after this. But what if all of these, so we call them byproduct results, and it's almost you can inform your clients of how it all works, because if you don't, you're lying to them. I cannot say to a lawyer, you will categorically quit smoking. I don't have that control.
Mm.
You either will naturally because you stop caring about it. Hint, hint, that's how our problems exist, because we care about them. Or you'll keep doing more of it because you realize it made you happy all along, plus all these other wonderful things happen. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Now, yeah, I'll get into that deeper, but that's how I'm framing. But I'm informing my clients of that.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Okay. Ralph, then we'll go to